Constable Jeff Johnson with the London Police Financial Crime Unit. Work in our Financial Crimes Unit. We investigate all things fraud. We are happy to be partnering with the RRAI to explain what fraud is, help prepare you, help tackle fraud awareness, fraud prevention in our communities. What is a fraud? Fraud, as defined by the Criminal Code of Canada, is Section 3, subsection 1, is everyone who by deceit, falsehood, or other fraudulent means, whether or not it is a false pretense, within the meaning of the Act, defrauds the public or any person, whether ascertained or not, of any property, money, or valuable security, or any service. It's a lot to take in. At the end of the day, fraud is a theft with a lie. If I steal something from you, that is a theft. If I use trickery, manipulation, or a lie to gain that money, that service, that's where it crosses into the threshold of fraud. Some of the legislation in Ontario, Canada, we have two mechanisms. It's civil and or criminal. So civil litigation or civil suits are not investigated by the police. They have their own court proceedings for that. You do have some recourse with civil lawsuits, suing somebody, filing in small claims court, or there's liens that can be placed against houses, vehicles, etc. Typically, they do have a timeline. You have to be filed within a set period of time, and it's a much lower threshold to win a case in a civil court than criminal court. Civil is a balance of probabilities. If it doesn't fall under civil, it might fall to us in the criminal side of things. All the criminal matters are investigated by the police. It's basically reported in your jurisdiction. During the investigation, it can be deemed civil, which then would fall back to that prior mechanism I explained. You may be required for attendance in court. However, restitution can also be ordered, so there is a chance you might get your money back or value of that service back. However, it is a lengthy process. It could take several years for it to run the full course, and the threshold is much higher. It's beyond a reasonable doubt for conviction, so it has to be really no other option other than this is what's transpired. So in summary, we've spoken a lot about the various frauds that we see here in London. Every fraud, they all have the same common signs. We call them the 4 Ps. There's 4 common Ps, all for any type of fraud, whether it's identity theft, whether it's spammers, whether it's blackmail. The scammers themselves, they pretend to be from an organization you know or somebody you know. They pretend they're from the government, from the police, from the bank. There's always a problem or a prize. They'll say you're getting a credit, you've won this lottery, or the problem, your account's been hacked, unsuspecting or suspicious activity on your account. There's always pressure to act immediately. They want you to act in that moment while you're kind of thrown off, you're upset at what's gone on, or you're happy that it's been this prize. There's always a specific way they want you to pay. Just remember that you go into a store, you can pay with cash, debit card, credit cards, gift cards. The scammers will want only one mechanism of payment. They'll tell you to get, we only want cash. We only want iTunes gift cards. We only want this method of payment. That should be another red flag. So just remember, pretend to be somebody you know or an agency you know. There's always a problem or a prize. They're pressuring you to act right away, and they want you to pay in a specific way.
If believed you are owed money for the return of personal property, you can sue that person or business in small claims court for $35,000 or less. For anything over $35,000, you need to go to the Superior Court of Justice. You don't need to hire a lawyer or paralegal to sue someone. However, you may want to consult a lawyer or paralegal to assist you with the process. Before you file a claim, it's important to know a claim can't be filed more than 2 years after the incident in most cases. You are the plaintiff. The defendant is the person or business you want to sue. The full legal name and address of the person or business you are suing. The facts. You'll be asked to provide evidence and write a short, clear summary of what happened and why you think you are owed money or property. To start a claim, fill out a form called the Plaintiff's Claim, Form 7A. File the plaintiff's claim and any supporting documents online. Read The Guide to Making a Claim for information about the court office in which you should file your claim. After stamping and date your claim by the court, give the defendants a copy of the stamped plaintiff's claim. Complete an affidavit of service and file it. What happens next depends on how the person you are suing replies to the claim.